When Roe v. Wade was overturned, many of us were not surprised because we have seen for years how this government in particular has made it a point to target folks' bodily autonomy, regardless of whether you are transgender, Black, Indigenous, a person of color, disabled, living with HIV, living in the South, working class. We all deserve the right to determine our futures for ourselves. The Transgender Law Center and our partners are working as many angles as we can in order to combat this issue. There's absolutely no limit to what we're going to do to protect the rights of all of our people.
We can't just rely on the courts. It is actually the people. And part of that is providing that political education. So when TLC reached out to us about doing this journalist guide, we were really looking at the intersections of trans liberation, disability justice, and abortion access, and really urging journalists and the public to report with diligence and accuracy. If we really focus on our North Star as being our collective liberation, this is going to happen in our lifetimes. And if not, we are going to prepare a solid foundation for our future generations.
We've seen over the last few years an escalation in attacks across the country at the state level on the provision of healthcare to transgender youth, from the felony ban on best practice medical care to transgender youth in Alabama, to the Texas Attorney General and Governor colluding to claim that life-saving healthcare for transgender children was actually child abuse, to Florida saying that any type of gender-affirming care is inappropriate for minors. We're really seeing where the goal is. It's not just like, oh, we want to stop certain types of medical care. It's we don't want transgender people to exist, and this is how we do it, is by attacking transgender children. In response to these extreme laws and policies, Transgender Law Center is building a network of criminal defense attorneys in key states, particularly in Alabama, of attorneys that will stand ready, willing, and able to defend transgender folks and their supporters who are criminalized and targeted under these laws. Folks know Transgender Law Center has their back.
The Repro Legal Defense Fund, If One How, and TLC are collaborating to really provide tangible resources and bail to people who are being criminalized for trying to access healthcare, whether it's abortions or whether it's gender-affirming care. The same people are targeting our communities, right? The same people are targeting trans people as are targeting repro care. We need to build relationships between trans justice movements and reproductive justice movements, because it is much more powerful to be in solidarity with each other than it is to be in silos. Yes, I have hope. I have hope because people from marginalized and oppressed communities have been resisting since the beginning of time.
We've always found ways to fight against criminalization of our people. We're going to continue to keep each other safe, as we've always done, to not only survive, but to finally thrive.